The city skyline is a jagged silhouette against the bruised purple of the late-night sky, rain lashing against the cold glass of the abandoned Meridian Tower. Inside, the darkness is absolute, broken only by the spasmodic flicker of a dying fluorescent light at the far end of a corridor, each stutter revealing peeling paint and dust-caked furniture. The air is thick with the smell of decay and damp concrete. A bank of surveillance monitors in a forgotten security office displays nothing but a blizzard of static, a digital ghost in the machine. Suddenly, a deafening bang, like a metal door slamming shut with impossible force, rips through the building, followed by a silence so profound it feels heavier than the sound it replaced. A lone security guard, a young man named Alex, begins his patrol. His heavy boots echo down a long, cavernous hallway, the beam of his powerful flashlight a solitary spear of light pushing back against an ocean of shadow. The camera tracks him from behind, a silent observer to his isolation. His silhouette a small, fragile thing against the immense, oppressive architecture. The old building groans around him, a symphony of faint, indecipherable creaks and settling groans that sound almost like whispers. The sound of his own footsteps is a comfort, but then he hears it. Another set of steps, distant and echoing, perfectly out of sync with his own. He stops and they stop. He starts walking again, faster this time, and the phantom steps match his pace. Retreating to the relative safety of the security room, Alex sinks into a worn chair, his eyes scanning the bank of CCTV monitors. The dim light from the screens paints his face in shifting shades of gray, his expression taut with a growing unease. His gaze locks onto screen 4, which shows the empty West Wing corridor. He watches, his breath held, as a fleeting, inky shadow darts across the frame, too fast to be a trick of the light. His heart hammers against his ribs. He rewinds the footage, his fingers fumbling with the controls. He plays it again, frame by frame. The shadow is there, clearer this time, a vaguely human shape that coalesces from nothing and vanishes just as quickly. A sharp, unnatural whisper, like 1,000 dry leaves skittering across pavement, hisses from the monitor's speaker, and Alex recoils, a cold dread seeping into his bones. Driven by a mixture of terror and a defiant sense of duty, Alex grabs his flashlight and cautiously enters the hallway from the CCTV footage. He holds the light out like a shield, its beam sweeping nervously through the suffocating darkness. Along the corridor, office doors that were once shut now hang slightly ajar, creaking open further as he approaches, as if inviting him in. The whispers he heard from the monitor are back, no longer confined to a speaker, but surrounding him, slithering through the air, their source impossible to pinpoint. They grow louder, clearer, weaving into intelligible but overlapping phrases. Beneath the whispers, a new sound emerges, a slow, dragging noise, like heavy fabric being pulled across a rough floor, coming from somewhere just behind him. He rounds a corner, his light cutting a frantic arc, and freezes.
Standing before him is a figure, translucent and shimmering, its form coalescing from the shadows.
It's the spectral image of an elderly security guard, his uniform dated, his face a mask of deep, unending sorrow, with hollow black pits for eyes. The apparition raises a skeletal, decaying hand and points a single, trembling finger down a darker, unexplored section of the hallway. The world seems to collapse into a series of fractured images, the ghost's mournful face, Alex's own face contorted in a silent scream, the consuming blackness of the indicated corridor. A chilling, drawn-out wail fills the air, a sound of pure despair that seems to vibrate in Alex's very soul, before it is abruptly cut off, plunging the world into an absolute, deafening silence. The next morning, bright, warm sunlight streams into the security room, chasing away the last of the night's shadows. The sounds of the waking city drift in through an open window. On the CCTV monitor, the recorded footage from the previous night plays on a loop. It shows the West Wing hallway. 2 security guards are walking down it. One is Alex, looking pale and exhausted, but otherwise unharmed. Walking right beside him, shoulder to shoulder, is the ghostly old guard, solid and real, a faint, sad smile on his face. As they reach the end of the hall, the spectral figure flickers once, twice, and then subtly fades into nothing, leaving Alex to walk the rest of the way alone. The image freezes, then the screen fades to black. Over the normal, mundane sounds of a new day, a final, faint, and deeply unsettling whisper echoes one last time before fading away completely.